one step on that rope and I'll cut it.
You know, it is seriously amazing how easily recognizable Minecraft's major problems are, but Mojang instead keep opting for demonstrating that they are fully capable of fixing said problems by creating even more problems instead. And this latest problem they also idiotically created is hands down the worst one. There is no competition. Lacking survival experience? That's nothing. Multiplayer plagued by the neglect of their own license agreement? Pfft, pussy smoke. Server report and blacklist feature, which is nothing but a placebo effect, laughable in comparison. So in case you have not heard, Mojang decided in their infinite Mojang wisdom to do the most unnecessary thing in the world and moderate the entirety of multiplayer. And when I say moderate, I mean they implemented a system to do so in their place. A system which has so many holes it puts Swiss cheese to shame. Now right off the bat, let me make one thing abundantly clear. This is entirely Mojang's fault. Microsoft has next to nothing to do with this. In fact, a Mojang developer, Japa, came out and threw the entirety of Mojang under the bus while confirming this.
Don't be coming out with that
It's not Mojang, it's Microsoft.
crap again. I ain't having it.
Because, and you can take a look at any comment section anywhere where there's talk of this, you can see Minecraft fanboys scoping and seeding by blaming everything on Microsoft. Ironically enough, Microsoft is notorious for being hands-off with the studios they own, and most publishers are as well. It's the same story when the degenerates from r/Doom are quick to go fuck Bethesda every time its software fucks up, or how Activision is constantly blamed for forced and made-up racial issues in Sledgehammer's Call of Duty games with the sole intent of virtue signaling, even though we live in the most inclusive time period in history, might I add. However, if Activision was behind it, how come there's no such bullshit in Treyarch or Infinity Ward games? Yeah, exactly. Anyways, back to Microsoft. If Microsoft really was forcing their studios to do this, that and the other thing, why in living hell would they let free-for-free industries play with their dicks for 6 years while they're supposed to be developing Halo Infinite? The reality is that Mojang isn't a tiny indie studio anymore. They are the team behind the single biggest video game on planet Earth. Therefore, there is no one else to blame in the situation and there is no excuse for such incompetence. So they implement a feature where you can report other players, and if you get too many reports, you can pretty much be guaranteed to be either permanently muted or permanently banned. Now I hear you say, okay, that's not that bad. It's like getting sanctioned on a Minecraft server regularly, I'll just join a different one. Psych! Your punishment is global. You can get permanently banned from the entirety of Minecraft multiplayer. Now, if your report does reach an actual person and not just a bot that will auto-ban you based on the number of reports, you can easily get false banned. And I'm not just talking out of my ass. Doing something as little as using caps can and will get you muted and or banned. Furthermore, the context of the messages can be easily manipulated. For example, if you're in a PvP fight with your friend or someone, I don't fucking know, and you say, I'll fuck you up, someone can report you and claim you're threatening physical violence, which will get you banned. But hold on, it gets worse. Because when you're banned from Realms too, and your subscription doesn't even get fucking cancelled. Now, if you thought Java was bad, Bedrock is even fucking worse, who would have guessed. The chat profanity filter over there can mute you for typing a single fucking letter. Yes, I am dead serious.
This one is kinda messed up. Mojang's new chat reporting system and sensor has blocked this player from making this really cool command bot creation. I know it's just a bug and it's early stages for this system, but this kind of thing should just not happen. The player couldn't even type the letter S without getting muted, and now he's just muted in game because of this.
On top of that, remember how Mojang said that the ban doesn't affect single player? That is an objective lie, and on Bedrock it does. Very interesting what happens when you ignore key issues. Not to mention, people have already found countless ways to break the system. Just look at this. Oh yeah, did I neglect to mention that this report system is completely unnecessary? Well, yeah. It is up to the moderation of the server you are on to enforce the rules they themselves make. Some servers may be catered to typical snowflakes you find on Twitter, and then there are those which are for an audience that has a bit more backbone. And that nature of the server itself is a very important piece of context which is very conveniently left out in the report system. Not saying it's deliberate, just very convenient. Now, this video is not meant to be an in-depth analysis of why this whole system is a complete piece of shit, both in idea and execution. Trust me, there's plenty of videos doing just that. Although some of those videos are from Minecraft shield channels like Antvenom that instead pin the blame on Microsoft because they would rather suck the dick of Mojang, which, cough cough, very convenient how we're avoiding the smoking gun. All of what I've said up to this point is just scratching the surface of this complete dumpster fire, but the main point of this video is just to laugh at the complete inability Mojang is displaying and to piss off Minecraft fanboys that worship them. Now, I flashed that tweet from Japa a few times, but allow me to actually read through this because it paints a perfect picture of how Mojang responds to criticism. Please be aware that this kind of talk is very dangerous for individuals. Guys, listen to this. Criticizing a borderline retarded system is damaging for the kind people working at Mojang. Oh, the poor babies, how could we ever give them feedback? Mojang Studios is responsible for the systems they implement. It is not a single person, not a single decision made by one person. So this dense motherfucker just admitted that every single one of them signed off on this idea. Bravo. Please focus your feedback to Mojang Studios. So for those who didn't pick up on it, he's basically saying, stop telling your criticism to the people responsible and instead direct it to the faceless corporation that is Mojang Studios. Yet this is the same Mojang that is on record saying that player feedback is how they improve. Yet now, when they are receiving the most pushback in history, they are sticking their fingers in their ears and ignoring it. Of course, the players don't always know what's best for the game, but at the same time, if you're out here praising how wonderful player feedback is, you sure shit are expected to act on it. In fact, let's see how Mojang's community manager responded to this. Spoiler alert, more victim mentality incoming. We know there has been a pushback to the player report system that is being introduced in this next update. No, you think? We appreciate and value your feedback, but it does not mean that feedback will always change the design principles Mojang Studios adheres to. This includes the upcoming report system. I find that statement extremely fucking rich because it is a literal contradiction. The design principles of Mojang was to leave multiplayer completely alone, leaving the moderation to the server moderators and washing their hands clean of anything that happens there. But then a few snowflakes on the fucking internet complained because the server they were on doesn't enforce their rules, and Mojang does a complete 180 on that shit. This is exactly what I mean. You have everyone in unanimous agreement that this system is completely unnecessary and you go, sorry, we won't change our design principles. But at the same time, just a few months earlier, you completely changed your design principles because of a few screeching retards. That is a very common practice in the video game industry, and Mojang are no better than other virtue signaling cock development studios like Free for Free Industries or Sledgehammer Games, let it be known. Second, while we understand that this may not be the answer some of you were hoping for, yeah, let's just appreciate the fact how much he's trying to downplay this shit. He's basically saying, oh, you're in the minority, deal with it. Yet, I just want to say, when you get ratioed on your own post in the nest of your own fanboys, you have to realize you fucked up hardcore. We are not planning on changing it. There have been some folk following Mojang employees around here on Reddit, responding to unrelated posts from them and commenting about this system. Oh no guys, hide yourselves from the evil redditors stalking Mojang employees, but yeah, that is typically what happens when you ignore something of this scale. People will keep pestering you about it. Cry me a fucking river. Please understand that this behavior does not encourage employees to reach out to the community, nor will it bring the changes you're wanting. Okay, for those of you who don't understand PR speech, this is him looking for any reason to close the conversation and pin the blame on the players. Now because one person did this, we can no longer have a civil conversation. It's honestly pathetic, like a kindergarten class. And let me find a Minecraft fanboy trying to pin this on Microsoft. If anyone still thinks Microsoft is to blame at this point, they are delusional beyond saving. If you feel strongly about something in Minecraft, please tell us in the appropriate location, such as these threads. Well, maybe if you opened your eyes, you would see that people have been doing exactly this. If you haven't decided to stubbornly stay radio silent on this very real issue and instead decided to do something about it, maybe people would stop asking. However, harassment does not help anyone, not the devs who receive it, nor the players who are passionate about an upcoming change. And here we fucking go, the vague and probably untrue harassment card, like any good losing argument on a degenerate site nowadays. And let me put it out there, people who are passionate about the report system are probably only passionate about abusing it, because they have a petty grudge against someone. We want to have a constructive and open dialogue with you, and this kind of behavior inhibits that. No. You and the other ass clowns in Mojang are the only people who inhibit constructive dialogue by pulling shit like this. You are the ones closing the door on the conversation. It's not the obviously made up harassment or people spamming. It is entirely on you and you fucking know it. And I think this is a great point to end up on. Now, will this entire drama cause Minecraft to die? No. Will it cause YouTube viewership to drop? No. Will it cause Mojang to reverse course? Also no. Minecraft is at a point where it doesn't even matter what Mojang does, even if they never release another update ever again. People will still play it, create YouTube content which will be watched by millions, and the game will stay relevant for eternity. This video is mainly just me laughing at dumb shit as per usual. Now, if you still enjoy the game and want a carefree way to play that doesn't involve avoiding the chat, check the description for a mod that blocks you from being reported. While most big servers like Hypixel already have chat report blocking integrated in their own chat plugin, it is a nice second line of defense, especially for smaller or private servers. Be sure to like and subscribe to boost me in the algorithm. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.